Welcome to the Small Business Development Center. The Alaska SBDC has been operating since 1986 and has offices throughout the state of Alaska that serve for-profit small businesses. The way the structure works is we receive a federal grant from the Small Business Administration along with the grant from the state of Alaska. We are also part of the Business Enterprise Institute through the University of Alaska Anchorage, and we are employees of the university. The Alaska Small Business Development Center provides three primary services to small business owners: free, confidential, one-on-one business advising, small business workshops, and small business tools and referrals. To learn more about us or to register to become a client, please visit our website at www.aksbdc.org. I'm Stacy Stegar, Industry Specialist here at the Alaska Small Business Development Center, and I'm pleased to review this informative guide about opening a construction company in Alaska, what you need to know about licensing, insurance, and more. Just a reminder that all green underlined text links you directly to the document listed. Before you take any action, you're going to want to do some research, and there are some tools that you can use for your research on this page. You can check out the Alaska SBDC Starting a Small Business Workshop. Ask yourself the 20 questions before starting a small business. Will you have a physical location outside your primary residence? If so, will you lease a space, buy a space, or build a space? If your business will be in your home, be sure you check zoning, covenants, and neighborhood rules. You'll want to research costs. The Alaska Small Business Development Center has tools to help you create financial projections and get started with basic bookkeeping. And after you've done all that, you're ready to proceed. The first thing we recommend is obtaining licensing. And to operate a construction company in Alaska, you will need a professional license, a state of Alaska business license, and a municipality, borough, or city business license where applicable. So for example, Acme Construction Company in Palmer, Alaska, to operate, they will have to have a general contractor's license from the state of Alaska, a state of Alaska business license, a Matanuska-Susitna Borough business license, and a City of Palmer business license. In addition, if they're doing any work in Wasilla or any other place in the state that has sales tax, they would have to have a license there as well. Who needs a contractor's license? According to the state website, you may need a construction contractor or mechanical electrical administrator license if your business name, signage, or advertising potentially indicates to the public that you are either a builder or a contractor, or that you are qualified to engage in the contracting business, or if you plan to submit bids to work as a contractor. Also, if you work for a contractor, work as a subcontractor on smaller jobs for a general contractor, or subcontract work to a licensed contractor. Also, if you perform mechanical or electrical installation, and finally, if you perform mechanical or electrical repairs or maintenance. Does your business idea fit the criteria? Visit the state's webpage for more information to familiarize yourself with Alaska statutes and regulations. There are lots of different kinds of contractors. We have general contractors, residential contractors, which is a general contractor with a residential endorsement, residential contractor endorsements, specialty contractors, electrical contractors, mechanical contractors, handyman contractors who do jobs that don't exceed $10,000, including material and labor. You can visit the state's website to read a full description of each type of contract by clicking the link below, and see the Starting a Construction Business in Alaska workshop. To obtain your contractor's license, you'll need to complete a notarized application for the applicable license. Pay a fee as listed on the application, provide proof of insurance, provide proof of bonding, usually from your insurance provider, apply for and provide proof of workers' compensation, unless you're exempt, which means you have no employees. And the residential endorsement requires an exam. Read more about the exam by clicking here. And administrators' licenses are required for electrical and mechanical contractors. And you can see the links for more information on how to get those licenses. Next, for your insurance and bonding, you'll need to carry, at a minimum, a general liability policy. A liability policy is affordable, protects the business from customer slips and falls, burglary and theft, and other general business risks. Make sure to ask your insurance provider about additional coverage that protects your tools of the trade, protects business and/or personal property. Some general liability plans include this coverage, but some don't. It's important to know exactly what you're getting to ensure the proper coverage. In addition, carrying professional liability insurance added to the general liability policy can be very affordable. It protects against mistakes, wrongful actions, and per state law, your general policy must be not less than $20,000 for damage to property, $50,000 for injury, including death to any one person, and $100,000 for injury, including death to more than one person. For more information about this, see the Business Insurance for Small Business workshop offered by the Alaska Small Business Development Center. Bonds represent a three-way agreement between the contractor, consumer, and the surety company that issues the bond, usually your insurance company. There are different types of agreements, but in all cases, the bond is used as a guarantee to protect against loss. In the event that a contractor is unable to complete a project, the bond would be released to the consumer to compensate them for losses. Check with the State of Alaska website for the current bond requirements and see this quick fact sheet from the state. Also, talk to your insurance provider about your options. In addition to general insurance, contractors who have employees need to carry workers' compensation insurance. You may be exempt if you don't have any employees. However, some contracts will require workers' compensation for all workers, even owners. Workers' compensation covers employees' medical expenses in the event that they are injured on the job. It can replace lost wages, and it may provide death benefits. It limits the probability of an employee lawsuit, protects your business from lawsuits, and is required by state law. If you plan to work in the municipality of Anchorage, in addition to all of the previously mentioned state licenses, you must apply for what the MOA calls a building construction contractor's license. The requirements are listed here. The fee is generally $200 and must be renewed every 2 years. To learn more about building in Anchorage, read the Anchorage Administrative Codes, which are attached. And for a list of contacts with the municipality, including Municipal Contractors License Department, click the button here. You'll need to register for taxes by applying for an employer identification number with the IRS. If you're a sole proprietor without employees, your Social Security number can be used instead of an EIN, and you can skip this step. If you're not a sole proprietor, you'll need to get an EIN, which acts as your business ID, also known as the Federal Tax ID or Tax ID number, TIN. It's needed to open bank accounts, to hire employees, and for tax reporting. Follow the link for an EIN application on the IRS website. Next, you'll need to look to arrange for financing. We have SBA loans and what the lender requires workshops, or you can always talk to a Small Business Development Center advisor for more information and guidance. But you'll want to set up a business bank account and consider applying for a business credit card. You could hire a bookkeeper or accountant if you don't want to fulfill those roles yourself, or purchase bookkeeping software such as QuickBooks. The Alaska Small Business Development Center offers basic bookkeeping for entrepreneur workshops to get you started. Per state law, when advertising, contractors must include the business name as it appears on the Alaska business license, the contractor's name as it appears on the professional contractor's license, the contractor's professional license number, the mailing address, and the physical address on every piece of advertising that you have. Branding and marketing. While researching whether or not you were going to pursue opening a construction business, you were asked to think about your niche. Who is my customer and what makes my services unique? Your niche market can be used to identify and develop your brand. Branding should begin before opening your business and taken into consideration when picking out design, decor, and fixtures for your business to create a cohesive image. Consider hiring a professional to develop your logo and branding kit for print and online uses. Hire a branding specialist locally, or if that's not available or feasible, check out sites like Fiverr or Design Crowd. Once your logo brand kit is complete and before opening, make a Facebook and Instagram account and start posting. If social media is not your thing, consider hiring a professional to manage your social media marketing. Ask your business advisor for a referral list to find a qualified provider. You may want to build a website, and again, this can be hired out if you're not comfortable doing it. Order business cards and/or appointment cards, and order rack cards with a list of services and pricing. You can always, always, always get help from the Alaska Small Business Development Center. After you've done all of your research and you still have lingering questions, the Alaska SBDC provides resources, workshops, and no-cost business advice. Assistance is provided by experienced business advisors and experts through on-site and/or online interactions or training, and at no cost to the clients. Information on registering is listed below. And finally, our additional resources page, which you will find many links to other organizations and helpful hints. Thank you so much for joining us, and be sure to contact the Small Business Development Center with any questions.